Creativity is an addiction. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Huge storms are expected to hit the city a little bit later on this afternoon. My goodness, these weather people have really gotten good at studying our skies. Now, because I'm a daily writer, I use these pages to measure the atmosphere as well, to prepare for what also could become a storm. Whether you're a meteorologist or a writer, awareness is the key to keeping in touch with what is right now. But how many people are walking beside you and I, and they're not feeling the same way? I mean, it's a full presentation of the past, present, and future. And within the realms of reality, each of them, the past, present, and future, offer their own balance. It's when one becomes heavier than the other that causes the square peg moment with a round hole. The fit is too tight, and the moods begin to change. How we handle our moments is based on our storms and how they were predicted and prepared for. The question is, were you listening? Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. I need this writing to forecast what this day could grow into, to prepare myself for what might happen. Seems like I'm living in the future, right? No, it's taking care of what is right now. And writing about what's moving through you in your right now is a great tool in forecasting your emotions. This is The Daily Mess. The goal, the mission, the calling, then the activation. The one thing standing in our way is this thing called time. But do we have enough room or availability? I mean, these days, making the room requires a physical act of giving something back. I mean, we'll do it once, that's fine. But what if it becomes your new habit? Most people don't make that move. It's way too easy to get back to the old ways. It's the security of knowing what the outcome is going to be. But do we really have that security? It only feels like the same thing, same way, and same day. With so many daily changes going on around each and every one of us, what makes us think that the time that we've invested in the project hasn't also evolved or changed? And if it does, all too often, there's hell to pay. We're locked in on doing the same thing, expecting the same amount of time and energy to be spent in making it a reality. One slip or interruption and boom, boom, pow. We all admit we aren't perfect. Then why are we expecting expectations to be perfect? I'm not perfect. My expectation, I'd like it to go the way that I thought it out. But when it doesn't, you should see what I do. I shrug my shoulders and say, it wasn't meant to be. It happens all the time inside this recording studio. You'll take a thought, you'll bend it, you'll reshape it, you'll put sound with it, you'll take away the sound, and you'll think, wow, this is it. And then there's a clap of thunder, and all that was it is gone. Sure, I had those moments in my earlier years of broadcasting where I would explode. I was louder than the thunder itself. But then I realized that's a waste of energy, and it's energy that's going to take time to rebuild, but I've now run out of time. That goes all the way back up here. The goal, the mission, the calling, the activation, the one thing standing in the way is time. How do we better prepare our time for the changes? I know we want to do the same thing over and over again, but everything around us is changing. Why isn't the one thing we want to do? It is. So allow yourself to have the permission to accept the fact that no matter what you do the same day, the same way every day, it has changed from yesterday. And when you agree with that, time itself will hold on to your heart and it will say, okay, it happened. Let's walk through this in a place of peace. I'm Arroe, and that's The Daily Mess.